Good evening and welcome, Nisa soccer fans, to another edition of Nisa Soccer Today. Maryland Bobcats are hosting Club de Lyon FC, visitors from Orlando, Florida. My name is Max Balpoff, and on behalf of all of us here at the Maryland Soccerplex Marine Hendricks Field, we are honored to bring you tonight's matchup between the Maryland Bobcats and Club de Lyon. The Maryland Bobcats enter today's game at 1-0. They've played only one game in NISA action thus far. Club de Lyon enters today at 0-2, looking for their first points of this young season. So let's go in for the starting lineups today. First, for the visitors from Florida, Victor Balagar is their head coach. They'll be running a 6-2-2 formation, at least as far as their listed sides. 6 listed defensemen include Nathaniel Campbell, who'll be wearing number 13, number 17, Christopher Clement, number 4, Matthias Cruz, number 6, Sebastian Mateus, and number 27, Augustine Ortiz, and filling out the back line will be Thomas Uriarte. At midfield will be 2 more. Christopher Dopazzo, who'll be wearing number 16, and Victor Rojas will be wearing number 10. At forward today for Club de Lyon, they'll have 2, Victor Blanco, number 7, and number 11, Yuki Shibata. For Maryland today, a couple of changes from their last matchup, which was the U.S. Open Cup victory in extra time over the Ocean City Nor'easters. They're running a 4-4-2 formation today. On defense today, James Filerman, Richard Forca. He'll be wearing the captain's armband today with Jocelyn Pusayan out. Abdallah Mansour and Elmer Villatoro will be on defense. At forward will be Akingbalan Akinkoyai, Iker Bustamante, Pierre Richard, and Gavin Shields, who will be getting their first time in NISA action. And at forward today, Carl Umbobo and Darwin Espinal will round out the front half of the field. Teams have gone through their huddles and gone through their last checks. It looks like Maryland will open with the ball, and they'll be moving on your screens from left to right. Club de Lyon in the red will be moving from right to left, and they will switch to begin the second half. Carl Mbobo will be in the circle for the Maryland Bobcats to start off today's contest. Your referees and officials for today's game, your match referee calling penalties and awarding fouls will be Balvir Cabrera Garcia. On the sidelines today, Joseph Knopf, Ariel Rabin, and the fourth official in substitutions and stoppage time is Ryan Nee. There's the whistle. Let's have some fun here at the Maryland Soccerplex. Richard Forca already into the action to get started tonight. Maryland likes to play off of their back line quite frequently, as Pierre Richard has dropped into the defense for a brief spot. This is the first time this season that Maryland will be moving from left to right to start the game. They've gone from left to right to finish games the last couple of times, as Villatoro is run off the ball. Maryland looking to push pace once more through Bustamante. Bustamante unable to connect with Umbobo, and it's back to the back line. Mansour looking for some help, and it's out of bounds already. Club de Lyon will get their first shot here on a throw-in. Nathaniel Campbell looking for anybody to get open. He gets it down the line. And a foul will be awarded in favor of the Bobcats, judged to have been on Augustine Ortiz. Richard Forca, and he slips. Opts to go back to Alexander Sutton, the goalkeeper, in net for Maryland. It rained heavily throughout the day today here in rural Maryland, so it'll be interesting to see if players are able to get their footing going. It looks like, as far as the radar goes, we will have clear skies for the remainder of tonight's contest, which was not the forecast a few hours ago, but as of now it looks like the cells have cleared, as this clearance, looking for a friendly foot, able to find Bustamante. Hunting cross for Shields. Now Mbobo. Mbobo going down the line, and he'll kick it out of bounds for a goal kick, trying to get the deflection off of Campbell and unable to do so. We're just getting started here at the Maryland Soccerplex. We've only played 2 minutes of action as first touch of the matchup comes for the goalkeeper, Nicholas Nelson, the Jamaican keeper, sort of the do-it-all man for Club de Lyon, as Forca guides the ball for Mansour. Campbell able to force a decision, one-on-one against Bustamante, and Mansour will survey more options. A steal here as this offense tries to run through Ortiz. Augustine Ortiz into the box, finds Victor Blanco, and it's tipped and along the line goes out of play. Victor Blanco has the one goal so far for Club de Lyon on this young season, a penalty kick goal in the home opener against the Savannah Clovers. And now 3 minutes into this young contest, Club de Lyon have a chance for a corner kick. The short option is Blanco, cross into the box, and Sutton out. Strong wrists makes the grab. Deep clearance looking for Espinal, unable to get there. Campbell runs it down, and it's into touch, and Bobcats will keep the ball as it was last off of Shibata. Here comes the captain, Forca, looking for Filerman. I've been errantly mispronouncing his name as Fillerman through the duration of the season so far, until I heard the Old Bay Brigade's podcast interview with him. And thankfully, I was able to correct myself early on in the season. It is Filerman, not Fillerman. Regardless of how it's pronounced, right now the ball's turned over and cut off in the back line. Club de Lyon still threatening here. Ortiz cuts in. Great play on the ball and able to recover. Akinkoye looking upfield finds Espinal. For Filerman, looking to connect with Espinal again. Espinal free! He scores! Goal! Darwin Espinal keeps it up for Maryland, and it's 1-0 early. Darwin Espinal had 2 goals in the U.S. Open Cup matchup against the Ocean City Nor'easters, including one from play just like that. And he puts Maryland in front 1-0. Now on the restart will be Victor Rojas, the Venezuelan midfielder, played for Club de Lyon last season as well, scoring 8 goals for them. This is their first season in Niza, and offside, though, is the aforementioned Rojas. A break here for the Bobcats as a first-half goal from Darwin Espinal has them in the lead. Alexander Sutton, the Lafayette College keeper, will call on his defense to push up on this offside free kick just outside of his box. Looking deep for Mbobo, and it gets beyond him, but Espinal able to retrieve until he is taken off of the ball. Matias Cruz was the one doing the thieving, as it is a throw-in for Club de Lyon. Club de Lyon played a decent matchup against the Savannah Clovers, but were unable to hold on to their 1-0 lead. Their lead evaporated in a 10-minute span that saw Savannah score twice from open play, including one off of a throw-in from the touchline. Back for Sutton. Sutton surveyed his options, and Club de Lyon comes away with it. It is a 1-0 score here at the Soccerplex as ball goes into touch once again. The visitors from Orlando this season are playing their first round in Niza They play their home games at the home of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats, as well as the Daytona Rush of USL 2. Another ball into touch sees Club de Lyon keep possession. An early goal from Espinal as Sutton makes the grab and prevents the pass going for Yuki Shibata, the Japanese national. Richard Forka on the ball, finds Filerman. Pass, deflected, manages to find a friendly boot in Bustamante. Bustamante finds Umbobo, who gets it back for Bustamante. Umbobo and Bustamante reconnect. Into the middle, no friendly feet are there for the Bobcats, and Club de Lyon trying to get it out, but they are unable to do so. Pierre Richard on the dispossession. Villatoro, looking over his options, finds Richard. And across the court, they go for Forka. Filerman making a run for the ball. Along the line, puts it into the area, and Nelson comes out for the save. And official rules no handball on Villatoro, taking the ball away from Shibata, who was awaiting the pass. The referee, Garcia, had a clear view of it the entire way, and he says there was no handball, so we're going to keep playing. Deep pass here, and battle for position as Umbobo unable to win the ball. This deep run now for Bustamante. Bustamante wins possession from Sebastian Mateus. Switching course, Villatoro finds Mansour. Tough one-touch pass to handle, and Club de Lyon with a deep kick, and Sutton able to get back into his 6-yard box and make the save. Clever effort there from Victor Rojas, unable to get it faster onto the net. Limited wind to deal with here at the Soccerplex. Anybody who watched the season opener for the Maryland Bobcats would have seen pretty much a torrential rainstorm for most of it, leading up to what I equate to tropical storm force winds, as Forka opts again to go back to Sutton, as those winds played very difficult ball for both teams in the opening matchup of the season for the Bobcats. Umbobo surveys the field from his right flank. Cross back to the middle, Umbobo, back heel pass. Espinal spins and whiffs. A nice run by Richard. Bumps Clement off the ball. Abdallah Mansour waits for more options to develop. We've played about 10 minutes plus here in this contest. The one goal coming from Darwin Espinal in the opening 3 minutes of the game. A good spin from Shibata, and Club de Lyon keeps the ball. Here's Victor Blanco, the lone goal scorer so far this young season for Club de Lyon. Came on a penalty kick in the first half of their match against the Savannah Clovers. They keep it along the back line as Uriarte finds back for Nelson. For Mateus. That's a long ball from Mateus. And it is just long enough for someone to run it down, but the touch goes out of bounds for Sutton to have a goal kick. The odd part about that is if Nathaniel Campbell just waits for that to go out of play instead of trying to run it down, it goes out for a throw-in instead. But those are the choices you make in a snap decision. Entering now the 13th minute of action. Nelson calls for his defense set up through Mateus. Bobo giving chase on the ball. Goes through him and back to Nelson. Nelson able to find Ortiz, who is given a hard time. And a big run now. Here's a break one-on-one into the box. Sutton makes a huge save on the ball. No penalty awarded on the run from Shibata. And it's now out of play off of the foot of Gavin Shields, as Shibata having a hard time getting up in the offensive half. Incredible rundown from Abdullah Mansour as Shibata broke behind the play. The Japanese international who started his career in Spain with Tarancon in 2018 is now getting a talking to from Balvier Cabrera Garcia, our match official. And he's not really going to win that argument. I've yet to know a player who wins an argument with an official to change a call retroactively. Which, if you know of one, please send me information. I would love to see video. Ortiz creating space for Campbell. Big header and goes out for a corner. Second corner of the match. This time will be taken by Victor Blanco. Blanco lining up to have it on his left foot here. Into the blender, Maryland comes away with it. Loses possession in the midfield. Mateus. Back for DePazzo. Cruz on the ball now. Into the middle, Mansour able to get a shot into the midfield. Into the 15-minute of action. Darwin Espinal has the goal for Maryland, and he had a great chance at a second, but whiffed on a right foot, trying to come around on a swing hit, as the ball in the middle from Carl Mbobo. Mansour able to find Villatoro. Abdallah Mansour keeps it. Richard, one touch back for Mansour. Stepped on the ball, losing control, and Ortiz has it for Club de Lyon. The Orlando visitors are not able to do much with it. Espinal finds Akinkoye. Back for Espinal. Espinal's pass to the middle and unable to connect. Christopher Clement finds it back to the back line. As the winless visitors are hunting for their first multi-goal game, they will need multiple goals in order to win this contest. Chance goes into touch, and Maryland will have it after Clement was unable to run it down. Club de Lyon having a difficult time with this midfield. The stifling midfield of MBFC kept Flower City off the score sheet in the home opener of the NISA season, and for the most part out of the box with limited dangerous chances. A good rundown to keep it in play, but Bustamante turns it over. Campbell unable to connect and finds Richard waiting for the pass. Richard, looking over his options, goes back for Abdallah Mansour, who finds Alexander Sutton. First-year head coach for the Maryland Bobcats, Alex Cow, is trying to get something going, and it looks like it might be working here. Mbobo goes around the ball, keeps it on the outside of the area, tries to run along the touchline, and he cannot catch up with his own dribble, and Nelson has the goal kick for himself. A setting sun here in Boyd's, Maryland. On this 7 o'clock kickoff, we thank you for joining us here. Nelson has it again. Bobo giving chase and forces a pass quickly. to switch fields finds Mateus, who finds it all the way back for Nelson. And Clement has to run up to meet the pass. Blanco, deep back from his forward position to try to jumpstart this attack through the Maryland midfield. Richard running it down, and he's able to win it out for a corner, out for a throw. Yuki Shibata was unable to get there ahead of him. And it looks like it went off of Shibata last, looked like. So Maryland will actually keep possession. So Richard looking for somebody to get open. Deep down the touchline. Clement, and they're not able to connect on who has the ball first on that one, as Dopazzo ends up getting it away. Shibata for Campbell. Back again for Mateus. And Club de Lyon resets. Through ball from Bustamante is intercepted. Campbell and Mateus team up for it. Blanco off his chest. Keeps the play alive for the visitors in red. Campbell finds Shibata. And Blanco's shot unable to go through. And it looks like it'll be a throw-in. Yes, it will. It went out right at the corner flag, so it was at that point where it could have been a throw and it could have been a goal kick depending on which way the wind was blowing. As Nathaniel Campbell will jump in. The youngsters played 35 games in college for the Lewis University Flyers, a D2 school, through 2020 and 2021. Able to connect in the 20th minute of this contest. Umbobo teaming up to the touchline. Bustamante, and pass unable to connect through to Umbobo. No foul on the play. Blanco cuts back to the midfield third. Uriarte. Foul is ruled on Maryland, so Club de Lyon will have a free kick from just outside the box in the attacking third. Laying it up is Victor Rojas. As out comes the disappearing spray to mark where the free kick is going to go. So potential chance here with a free kick from a few yards outside the box. A three-person wall, as Sutton is shouting directions on where to put them. Rojas lines up. Maryland wall switches out a player. Into the box. Big save and catch for Alexander Sutton. Mansour has it. Bobcats were unable to do much on the goal kick, so they send it all the way back to their stellar back line to try to get something started on a redo. Villatoro, Mansour, and Forca. Espinal. One touch all the way through. Umbobo can't get past Campbell. Good defense by Nathaniel Campbell. A quick throw in, and Maryland is back on the attack. Espinal wanted it on the way in. Instead, it'll go all the way across the field for Filerman. Filerman runs it down at the corner flag, and who'd that go off of last? Went off of Filerman last, so Nelson will have the goal kick. Nelson had a particularly intriguing U.S. Open Cup match against San Antonio FC, but Club de Lyon ended up losing in extra time 2-1. On the last play of the game in the second half of extra time, Nelson came up for a corner kick. He got his head to the ball, but was unable to get it past the keeper for San Antonio FC. That corner would have sent the game into penalties, but Club de Lyon ends up walking away the losers of the U.S. Open Cup second round matchup. The Maryland Bobcats won their U.S. Open Cup second round matchup against Ocean City Nor'easters of USL 2. And offside here is Club de Lyon, so I get to finish the story. So on the bench today is Philip Brown, who'll be wearing number 43 for the Maryland Bobcats. He was the one who rose to meet the last-minute corner that allowed Maryland to advance to the third round, where they will play the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in Pittsburgh, coming up on the 25th of April. That game will be broadcast on Bleacher Report Live, which I'm excited about because I'll be able to watch it this time. 23 minutes gone in this first half of action, and Darwin Espinal, the lone goal scorer. Wind is starting to pick up now, is blowing the way the Bobcats are attacking. Filerman able to find Espinal. Into the box, Mbobo rises. Nelson comes down with it. Mbobo, a touch, and it's cleared off the line. All the way back for Sutton, as Club de Lyon avoids going down too early on a back line from Sebastian Mateus to clear it. Espinal cuts off the pass. Darwin Espinal with 3 goals on this young season. Referee playing advantage. Club de Lyon able to keep possession. Shibata, who had the golden opportunity on a breakaway, but was unable to get it past Sutton. He will claim that he was fouled on the way to the goal into the box, but our match official today did not agree. Advantage being played on the handball by DePazzo. Looking for a run. Big shot. Oh, just away from the side of the net. Darwin Espinal wanted a second very badly there. Espinal, a talented striker for the Maryland Bobcats. The Honduras native is also the penalty kick taker for Maryland, should we have anything of the sort. He was also the man who took the corner kick on Philip Brown's Open Cup goal to send Maryland to the third round. Nelson has it and finds Uriarte. For Cruz. Blanco. And now all the way back for Nelson. Club de Lyon is having a hard time getting through the defensive midfield, which is exactly the strategy that Maryland employed against Flower City Union in their first matchup of the young season. Never too early to pile up wins in the young season, especially with points percentage being the way playoffs are determined. Forca cuts off this promising attack for Club de Lyon and finds Darwin Espinal in the midfield third. Espinal will find it back from Abdallah Mansour. Gavin Shields goes down, and that's judged to be a foul by our match official, as Blanco is standing over the ball. I'm sorry, Victor, you've got to back up. Good spin move from Villatoro, finds Shields. Pass is intercepted by Campbell. Campbell gets around 3 Bobcats defenders, sends away Shibata. 2 men cutting into the box. Here comes the cross, and nobody close enough to the ball for Club de Lyon. Sutton makes the save. Sutton puts the ball on the turf and finds a strong kick. Too far ahead of Espinal, but the ball will harmlessly roll into touch for a throw-in. MBFC looking to set up their offense in the offensive third. As we've played 27 minutes, Darwin Espinal is the lone goal scorer. Umbobo. One-on-one against Uriarte. Club de Lyon comes away with it. Blanco runs it down, but a nice sliding tackle keeps the ball with MBFC momentarily. 4 abreast, the Club de Lyon FC comes through the attacking line. Shibata finds Blanco, who goes around the official to get the ball. Back for Dopazzo. And Mateus will head it all the way back for Nelson, as Club de Lyon's counterattack is thwarted. Deep pass here, and Sutton comes all the way out, makes the save, and bounces off of Forca to stay in his box. Forca, the one wearing the captain's armband tonight with the absence of Jocelyn Poussayan, who up until this game was the lone goal scorer in Nice action this season for MBFC. Maryland had only played 1 game prior to tonight. Bustamante gets it right back. Down the sidelines finds Villatoro. Villatoro cuts into the box. Big shot. Big goal! Darwin Espinal scores again! Make it 2 for the Honduran striker. What a pass from Elmer Villatoro to set up the shot, and this time Espinal did not miss on that shot. Earlier in this game, when the ball came into the box for him, he spun around on his left foot to make the shot, and he ended up whiffing on it. This time he puts it home. So it is now 2-0 for MBFC. Shibata as now Club de Lyon may be forced to do something that they may not be comfortable with this early in the game. 30 minutes have gone by of 90, and now Club de Lyon may have to start pushing the pace early and taking more risks and opening them up on the back end for more counterattacks. Shibata goes down and Forca boots it away to the halfway line. Mateus, not able to keep possession. Campbell battling for position and able to win it without a foul. A good run from Bustamante, but Campbell had the inside track on the ball. Shibata. And he's fouled this time for sure, as it looks like the two will come together and official will jump in before anybody can do more. Villatoro cut down that attack, and he will be showed a yellow card for his trouble in the 31st minute. The MBFC supporter section do not agree, but what else is new? Since when did the supporter section agree with a card against any of their own players? Victor Blanco will line up to take the free kick, as it's 3 men in the wall for MBFC, Sutton directing traffic. Now 2 men will be in the wall. That's 6 men in the box for Club de Lyon, as Blanco just has to find one of them. Shot through and it missed everybody. Mbobo runs it down, keeping the ball in play. And it's poked out but off of Club de Lyon last. Anybody looking at the Club de Lyon FC logo on their website will notice there are 2 stars above the logo of a lion facing to the left. I asked, those stars do not mean that they won the league twice. It is just a design choice. Blanco has it once more. Shibata puts his arm up saying he's open. Header from Mansour says otherwise. Gavin Shields loses the ball. Ortiz cut off by Mansour, and a shot to the middle. Great stop by Abdallah Mansour to prevent Shibata from connecting on the pass. Abdallah Mansour keeping Club de Lyon off the scoreboard. Gavin Shields up from midfield. Cuts through. Mbobo finds nobody worth passing to. Now finds Filerman. Espinal back for Filerman. Bustamante. Now back for Abdallah Mansour. A great pass cut off here as Mansour keeping Club de Lyon off the board in multiple ways. Back for him now. All the way down, Bobo tracks it down, but it's too far for him, and Nicholas Nelson has it for Club de Lyon. A steady drum beat occupies the soundtrack of tonight's game from the Old Bay Brigade. In case anybody's curious, Old Bay is spelled O-L-D space B-A-E, as opposed to the Spice, which is spelled B-A-Y. In case anybody was curious, that is. We're closing in on the 34th minute of time, as Club de Lyon struggling to get through the Maryland midfield. Akinkoye has some open space ahead. Plays the ball for Bustamante. Bustamante, a heavy dribble, loses possession. Yuki Shibata. Back for Ortiz. Dopazzo all the way across the field. Clement. Clement cuts to the middle, gets around his second defender, and the third one able to cut him off is Pierre Richard. Villatoro sends it all the way down for Nelson. Looking for Campbell. Campbell is onside. Sutton directing traffic to make sure everybody has somebody marked in the box. Shibata for Campbell. Shibata cutting to the box. Stays onside. A sliding tackle keeps Campbell from getting it to the middle, but it'll be yet another corner kick for Club de Lyon, their third of the match. The 0-2 Club de Lyon FC hunting for their first points and their first victory on this young season. Into the box and booted out. Ortiz, a deep shot, and it's high over the net. Sutton will get a new ball as a member of the defense for Maryland is squatted down on the field, and that is Elmer Villatoro, who needs a minute. And it looks like everything is fine so far, as Rojas comes over to the sideline to grab a sip of water before going back out on the pitch, as does Shibata for Club de Lyon, taking advantage of this momentary stop in the action. Sutton looks over his options. Players are gathered on the left side of the pitch as Maryland views it. Mansour, a deep header. Shields gets it down, but a foul is ruled against Maryland from the header that got Shields the pass. Sebastian Mateus once more. Mateus finds Ortiz, who's able to find Campbell. Tracks it down with his left foot. turned away, but it's back to Ortiz. Back to the back line once again for Uriarte. Club de Lyon now firmly entrenched in the attacking third. Blanco surveys and goes back to the back line. Mateus. For Campbell. Now back for Victor Blanco. Into the box, and Sutton calmly scoops it into his chest, and Club de Lyon will have to try again later. Filerman. To the middle of the field. Shields has it once more. Call for the pass. Villatoro. Villatoro surveys. And it comes back for him. Shibata able to cut it off. Throw in for Maryland. Entering now the 39th minute of action. As Villatoro fakes one way. And goes back that way anyway. Umbobo. And cuts to the middle. Pass is blocked. Shields. Keeps it on his left foot. Crosses into the box with his right. Loses control of the ball. Ortiz. A deft one-touch pass finds Blanco. And it looks like this play might be called back for offside anyway, but Sutton has it. The flag does stay down. So it looks like we're going to keep playing. Bustamante has it once again, and he and Villatoro will just play a little one-touch. Sutton finds Richard Forca. Finds Jimmy Filerman. Filerman waits. Espinal. 2 touches back to Filerman. Off of a back heel, Espinal has it anyway. Edge of the box, he'll turn and retreat and try again. Akinkoye finds Filerman. Back for Abdallah Mansour. Bustamante finds Richard Forca. Finding Espinal. Both goals today for MBFC have come via the right foot of Darwin Espinal, who is tripped up on the play on the ball. No foul. Shibata, tough to control pass. And Nathaniel Campbell keeps it alive along the touchline. Pass broken up. Back for Shibata. Shibata, and if foul committed by Villatoro, trying to win possession back. As the official Garcia wants to have a chat with Villatoro, who has an assist and a yellow card already in this contest. One more yellow and he will be sent off. Campbell takes a short free kick. Gets it right back, able to keep it alive barely with his left foot. And a hard foul judged by Shields, as Ortiz was sliding in on the ball as well, left himself in a vulnerable position. And Shields slid into the back of his legs, which is, to put it mildly in the sport, not allowed. Looks like Club de Lyon's going to try some sort of a set piece to get this on net. And Victor Blanco is the one taking the free kick. It's pretty far back in the midfield area. Blanco on the left foot. Header on net. Sutton makes a good save. Alexander Sutton keeping Club de Lyon off the score sheet once again with yet another stop on another free kick for Club de Lyon. Backspin ball and a header won by Uriarte. foul is judged to have been on the Bobcats, so the visitors from Florida will take possession of the ball. And Uriarte is forced to take the free kick again. Finds Mateus, who finds Ortiz. Shibata for Ortiz. Ortiz opts for the midfield. Pass is blocked away by the double goal scorer Darwin Espinal. All the way back for Nelson. Now Maryland is going to push their defensive line up as Mateus, unable to find a good option in the forward group, keeps it along the defensive line. Entering the final 2 minutes of regular time here in the first half. We'll see how much time Ryan Nee, our fourth official, adds on. Victor Blanco keeps the play alive for Dopazzo. That's a big tackle, and yep, looks like this will be another card on Abdallah Mansour. Abdallah Mansour given a yellow card in the 44th minute. Mansour has been given a lengthy leash here in this game. He's stopped two huge Club de Lyon scoring chances. He stops another one, and sorry, I'm just laughing at the Old Bay Brigade chant of "Bring out your dead," which, for anybody who is uneducated in British comedy, is a reference to the Monty Python classic of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Club de Lyon's going to try a different free kick taker here. Booted in and headed away. Mansour able to take care and clear the kick in of Victor Rojas. But it'll be a fourth corner of the match for Club de Lyon. As we will see just how much stoppage time is added within a few seconds. Low corner, and it's just pushed wide. Stoppage time now being shown to both benches before it is shown to us as Sutton lines up for the kick. It'll be 2 minutes of added time. Sutton deep into the field. Campbell rises for the header. Bustamante unable to take it from Campbell, who keeps it alive for a moment. Richard. Now for Mansour. Finds Richard Forca. Forca, a key fixture in the Maryland backline. He was sent off on a straight red card during the U.S. Open Cup match in the first half. Gavin Shields. The touch is too heavy for him to handle. Blanco. Into space. Can't find a pass. Keeps it, and it's beyond the reach of Matias Cruz, and it will be a goal kick as Cruz was unable to save it. Entering now the second minute of added time. Sutton has it. He'll send it down where Mbobo rises and is unable to keep it. Forca, back for Shields, over his foot. Ortiz. Uriarte. Closing in on the last few seconds of this first half as we are now at the mercy of the official to see when the first half is going to end. And it ends now. 2 goals for Darwin Espinal, but 2 hard tackles have yielded yellow cards for Mansour and Villatoro, as the Maryland Bobcats have the lead entering now in the second half. We've played 45 minutes. How about 45 more? When we come back, we'll have the second half for you. The Maryland Bobcats lead by a score of 2-0. Welcome back to the second half at Maureen Hendricks Field. My name is Max Bobluff. On behalf of all of us here at the Maryland Bobcats, thank you for joining us tonight for the second game of the NISA season for MBFC. They hold a 2-0 lead over Club de Lyon, the visitors from Orlando, Florida. As a couple of substitutes have made their way onto the pitch, we'll tell you about them when they find their way to the ball. Both goals in that first half coming from the feet of Darwin Espinal, who now has 4 goals on the season if you include his U.S. Open Cup totals. As one of the few first subs that you'll see is Justine Rodriguez Serna, number 8 for Club de Lyon, who starts us off in the second half. Let's have a little more fun here at the Maryland Soccerplex. Club de Lyon having a difficult time getting through Maryland's midfield and defensive line through most of that first half, as Richard Forca sends the ball out, and it'll be a throw-in for Club de Lyon. Wanted the long throw-in, but no one was open, so they opt for a short one. Cross deep beyond the box. As just a box-out play now, as it's a throw-in for MBFC. Also on the field for Club de Lyon is number 33, Sean Sharma. He'll be coming in on the back line on defense, as Abdul Kouistra, subbed in for Maryland, has got the ball out to the midfield. Sharma waiting for his first touch and will find it off the pass from Nelson. Sharma is perhaps my favorite Club de Lyon player. He has his own YouTube channel where he vlogs about his life as a professional footballer. He had one when he played at Stumptown AC, as well as with his club Western Suburbs FC in the New Zealand League, as a hard foul is called here, and it'll be Club de Lyon's ball. Going down on the play was Victor Rojas on the tackle from number 18, Jimmy Filerman. So Sharma's YouTube channel is awfully enlightening as far as just being a professional footballer in the United States as well as in New Zealand, and he has a regular vlog that he keeps, and most of the comments are just his family members giving him trouble. He is criminally undersubscribed though, so I would recommend you subscribe to his YouTube channel if you want any content related to life as a professional footballer. He's refreshingly honest, which is something I have found hard to come by at the higher levels of professional sports. Anyway, now that side story is over, Victor Rojas steps up to take this free kick here. As everybody is thrown forward, it's a 2-0 deficit for Lyon. Headed in and wide of the net. Second half is just getting underway. Alexander Sutton seeing his first bit of action in this half. Had to make a couple of key stops, and he'll send everybody up. It looks like Abdul Kouistra, number 6 for MBFC, the ball goes past him for Filerman. Looks like he's come on for Abdullah Mansour, number 6, as I do not see Mansour out there. A good chest down now for Gavin Shields. Bodied off the ball by Matthias Cruz. Cruz now all the way for Sharma. Finds Cruz once again. Along the touchline, taken away by Filerman. 4-car pile up as the 4th official is the one that calls for a stop. Hardly ever do you see the 4th official raise an arm for any kind of a penalty or a stop, but foul occurred right in front of him. So Filerman will hand it back for Kouistra. Richard Forca, the captain tonight for Maryland Bobcats FC, as it's tipped beyond by Carl Mbobo. Nelson rolls it for Mateus. Pass from Mateus. Up ahead for Rodriguez Serna. And Sutton opts to keep it out of his hands. Heavy touch from Pierre. Richard. Cruz waits for options to develop. Victor Blanco. Rojas. First touch with the chest is too strong for Shibata. He is fouled. There is no call coming. Club de Lyon throw-in. Sorry about the technical difficulties here. As we get started, having 5 minutes gone by so far in the second half. No score in this half. Darwin Espinal has both goals for MBFC, coming back early on in the first half of this contest. One in the first 5 minutes, and one later in the 30th something. Sharma. Finding Mateus. Unable to connect with Campbell. Bobcats now struggling to get through the midfield of Club de Lyon. Looking for potentially more success through James Filerman. Head pass for Bustamante, who is fouled and too hard, and a whistle blows. Looks like a card is coming out here for number 4, Matias Cruz, as he is given a yellow card in the 52nd minute of action. As Iker Bustamante went down on the foul. As now Maryland has a chance to set up some kind of attack here. Standing over the ball is number 22 on the Bobcats. No, 26, sorry, not 2. 26 is Akingbolan Akinkoye. He'll set up the free kick. Several members of the Bobcats are, as match official Cabrera Garcia tells Akinkoye to wait, and now he's allowed to kick it. Deep to the far side of the box. Forca, header, and it goes off of Club de Lyon last, and it'll be a corner kick. So the free kick leads to yet another set piece, as Cuistro will head over to grab it. Cuistra is frequently off his backline to press into the midfield. He did receive a yellow card in the first game, as he comes up with the left foot, short cross, and Blanco able to clear it. Blanco spins down, and yeah, that was a little hard on the foul, as Blanco is still down on the turf. Challenged by Filerman looking for the ball. Although this ends up being a benefit to MBFC in one particular way, it allows their defense to set up rather than having a counterattack go the other way without anybody being back after the corner. As head coach Victor Balaguer is being given a stern talking to from the Old Bay Brigade to get back into his technical area, trying to discuss with our fourth official, Ryan Nee. Hard tackle, and Rojas will receive only the foul. Akinkoye has the ball for MBFC as he waits for Rojas to get away, and Cuistra comes up now. Looks like he'll take the free kick. Rojas was awfully close there. Richard Forca is back, having trouble navigating this ball as he gets around Rodriguez Serna. Rodriguez Serna unable to keep possession. A nice sliding tackle breaks up the initial thrust of Club de Lyon. Blanco has it. Blanco looking for a chance from distance. He is fouled. No penalty awarded again. This is the third different time that a Club de Lyon player has gone down inside of the box, and our match official rules as with a safe call more familiar in baseball that no foul will be awarded. Rojas will line up to take the corner. Rojas, the Venezuelan national, former player of the Las Vegas Lights, puts it in for a low cross and it goes out of play. Club de Lyon has had their chances in the offensive half this season so far. Only one goal in the young season to show for it. Victor Blanco's penalty kick. Header on. Sutton can't make the dive. A big goal for Yuki Shibata has Club de Lyon on the board. Alexander Sutton was unable to dive back to his left on the cross, and Shibata gets himself on the score sheet for the first time this season. So now it's a 2-1 game as the Bobcats have conceded their first goal in NISA competition this year. Their only other game this season in this competition featured a 1-0 clean sheet as this ball goes up and over everybody as it is into the spectator area. Quick throw-in comes in and Club de Lyon is hunting for some kind of a foul, and they will get one eventually. A substitute will be coming on for MBFC, number 19, Marcos Sotorello, will be coming into the midfield. Sotorello did play in the U.S. Open Cup tie. As Sotorello comes on, and he will replace number 24, Gavin Shields. Club de Lyon has found their way onto the score sheet to make this a 1-goal game. Deep for Sutton, who watches it come into his area and will calmly scoop it once somebody gives him a challenge. Sutton puts it on the field and will send a long cross in. Mbobo runs it down. Mbobo take a swing and ends up kicking the shins of Sebastian Mateus. Club de Lyon is playing with a short bench today, so they don't have that many players to come in on substitutes, although they have already used 2 of them to come in the second half. Foul occurs near the touchline. Maryland keeping the ball. We're entering the 60th minute of time. As Maryland Bobcats moving from right to left across your screen, and Club de Lyon moving left to right. Kuistra is taken off of this free kick, as it looks like it'll be Akinkoye to send it into the area. Big kick with the left foot. Forca rises to meet it, but it's down, as Club de Lyon is able to clear into the midfield. Blanco runs it down and taken off the back line, and offside though is the call. Maryland was just barely offside, breaking up what seemed to be a promising counter of the counterattack. So Filerman will come back to his regular wing position. Rodriguez Serna into the middle for Rojas. Rojas, hunting for some kind of opportunity, finds it on the feet of Matias Cruz. Cruz keeping it in, and Sutton dives out to make the save before Ortiz can get to the ball. foul is judged. This one on Rodriguez Serna. And Cuistra has the free kick. Abdou Cuistra subbed on to begin this second half. Goes for Forca. Bouncing ball ends up falling for Club de Lyon momentarily. Filerman finds Pierre Richard. Deep pass and Bobo running it down. And Nick Nelson, the keeper, is forced to send it all the way toward the Club de Lyon bench. So it'll be a throw-in here for Maryland. Be interested to see if they try what the Savannah Clovers did toward the end of their most recent contest against the Lens Club de Lyon FC. And they will not. It'll just be a short throw-in at the line. Filerman gets it right back. Keeps it in play. Akinkoye back for Richard Forca. Forca finds Bustamante. Now Filerman surveys the field. Run in for Akinkoye. Big shot into the net! Goal! Carl Mbobo finds his way onto the score sheet to restore the 2-goal lead. It's 3-1. Wonderfully set up pass to knife through the back line by Jimmy Filerman. And a great play, Akinkoye in the box, realized he didn't have the shot, and instead will find it. First goal of the season for Carl Mbobo. Club de Lyon restarts, and this adventurous kick from Rojas trying to do the Zava. I don't know why people are still doing that. It was a television show, guys. It was always going to go in. It's a TV show. Sharma escorts it to Nelson's hands, who will roll it instead for Mateus. Sharma's pass goes a little bit long and will end up out of play. Good crowd on hand here at the Maryland Soccerplex, taking in today's action. Akinkoye back for Richard Forca, who will switch sides and find James Filerman. Bustamante into the midfield, finding Sotorello. Big sliding tackle takes the ball off of the feet of Yuki Shibata, the lone goal scorer so far for Club de Lyon. Bobcats hunting for their second win of this young season. And so far so good. They have a 2-goal advantage, restored by the goal from Carl Mbobo. Into touch for the Bobcats to have the throw-in. Sotorello keeps it on his right foot, finding Forca. Sotorello once more, and it's... Did that get a tip out of bounds? Yes, it did. Maryland will keep it with another throw-in. Maryland struggling to get it out of that side of the midfield, as finally they're able to do so, as they just get it to the attacking half of that side of the midfield. Another deep run, big tackle on Mbobo. No foul, and it will be a corner kick. So yet another set piece coming in here for Maryland, looking to finally score off of one. All 3 of their goals have come off of open play. 2 from Darwin Espinal in the first half, and 1 here from Carl Mbobo in the second. Restores the 2-goal advantage. Cuistra lines up Puts his hand up and will run up for the kick on the left foot. Bobo headed down and up and out. Rodriguez Serna comes down with it, and the pass well beyond the reach of Blanco. Sutton has it. Alex Sutton now puts it up as Ortiz was giving him a try. Finding the captain, Richard Forca. Along the touchline, too strong to handle, as Sotorello unable to run it down. Campbell. Pass cut off. Bustamante taking it to the touchline. Loses control of the ball. As a good recovery by Matias Cruz. Deep pass. Cuistra wins the header. Down for Sotorello. Finds Filerman. Finds Pierre Richard. Filerman making a run as Rodriguez Serna uses multiple hands to drag him backward, but that will earn Rodriguez Serna a yellow card here in the 67th minute of action. Certainly an adventurous choice to try to use both hands to cut off the attack, and considering you're down by 2, I understand the need to prevent the next goal. However, not the greatest move to then almost take yourself out of the game. Akingbalan Akinkoye will step up to take the free kick. He has been substituted on in both games of MBFC season, starting in today's matchup. And he assisted on Espinal's second goal in the Open Cup match. He played his NCAA at James Madison and St. Joseph's. A foul on the play as Forca's the one down, but a foul is judged to have been called on the Bobcats, so Nelson will take the free kick and restart through Sharma. Long ball and a trip. Ortiz trips Cuistra as Cuistra went down pretty hard there. Abdul Cuistra slowly rises to his feet unassisted, and it looks like he's going to be okay to continue the rest of the match. Alexander Sutton will take the free kick from his spot. Big kick and a header on Bobo, and it's headed into his own net! But it's offside. But the play is offside. MBFC is not happy about this. A fourth goal wiped off the board by a late offside flag. Even though Sebastian Mateus looked like he was the last one to touch it. Mbobo coming close to his second of the game. But instead, the offside flag goes up. Mateus. That's outside. Turnover on Mateus. Rodriguez Serna. This one pops up and Mateus once more. Pierre Richard keeps it. He's held up and referee saw that one all the way. Augustine Ortiz, the one judged to have done the holding. Cuistra takes a quick free kick. Campbell making a deep run down the side. Forca cuts it off. Forca able to play it into the body of a Club de Lyon FC player, and instead it will be out of play. A throw into the back line. Back for .000, and Sutton has it. Cuistra. Bustamante finds Filerman. We've played 70 minutes of time here at the Maryland Soccerplex. A fourth goal for MBFC wiped out due to an offside call. So it stays at 3-1. MBFC hunting for their second victory on the young season. Forca has it. Waits for options to develop. Sotorello looking for Mbobo, the most recent goal scorer, and a foul on Club de Lyon. And this will be a free kick for the Bobcats at the edge of the middle midfield. Pierre Richard finds Filerman. Akinkoye dropped off for Bustamante. Pass splits 2, and Victor Blanco able to clear off the back line. Bustamante wanted that one touch right back to him. Forca communicating with his keeper, keeps it away, now finds Cuistra. Filerman. Bustamante for Richard. And Cuistra will run backward. Options now for Akinkoye. A deep cross over the head of Sotorello. In for Mbobo, and it's taken off the ball. That's Andrew Wivel on the far side of the field. He was subbed on in the half as well, in the halftime interval. As it looks like another sub is coming on for Club de Lyon. It'll be number 21, Kevin Hernandez. He's standing in the area, waiting to be subbed on at the next stoppage. But in the meantime, here comes Wivel. Wivel waits. Back for Pierre Richard. Bustamante. Bustamante cuts in, cuts around 2 men. Big shot, big goal! Iker Bustamante, goal! And he'll slide into the bench area, getting Maryland their 4th goal on the night. A tough night for the visitors from Orlando has just gotten worse. Iker Bustamante finds his first goal of the game and the first goal of the season for him, as Kevin Hernandez will come on to replace the goal scorer for Club de Lyon. Yuki Shibata subbed off. Kevin Hernandez, the San Juan, Puerto Rico native, he played for the Assumption College Greyhounds in Division II. He played for Satellite Norte in the Bolivian Professional League for 2 seasons in 2020 through 2022, and he joined Peoria City of USL2 in 2022. He has represented Puerto Rico nationally. He has 5 appearances on the senior level. We're into the 75th minute of time here from the Maryland Soccerplex, as it's looking like Maryland is about to try to salt away a second win of the season. 4-1 is the score, as Maryland does eventually get that 4th goal. Ortiz, hunting for options, instead finds the foot of Cuistra. But Victor Blanco, unable to handle the first touch, handles it the second time. Rojas. Back on the far side for Campbell. Back for Rojas. Long cross cuts in, and over the head of everybody else. Onto the waiting foot of Matias Cruz. Keeps it low, and Cuistra bounces it out. It looks like Maryland is going to prepare one more substitute Blanco. Pass cut off by Forca. Filerman dances around Cruz. Sends it long for the most recent goal scorer, Bustamante. And it is kicked out of play by Sebastian Mateus. And Bustamante and Rojas came together. And talking to now from our match official, Balvir Cabrera Garcia, as multiple whistles have now gone off between the two. And in fairness, Bustamante is surrounded by 3 Club de Lyon players. It doesn't look like he's going to win that battle in a 3-on-1. Rojas is getting a talking to, and Garcia is sending away teammate Christopher Clement. Rojas only gets a talking to. He is not on a yellow card, so it'll just be his first when that time comes. As it looks like Samuel Solomon is waiting as one of the coaches for Club de Lyon tried to rattle James Filerman. This is an interesting call here for a team in the lead 4-1, as Samuel Solomon is going to come on to replace number 9 Carl Mbobo. So Mbobo comes off with 1 goal on the score sheet and 1 goal wiped off due to offsides. We'll see if Solomon has any luck getting on the score sheet today as well. Forca, a strong first touch. He's able to recover, but now he has to get back up and fight. Hernandez runs it away. Ball gets away from him. Forca making a good defensive recovery. Wivel. As Hernandez giving some trouble to the Maryland backline. Finds Akinkoye. Able to find Bustamante. Filerman. Back for Bustamante. Calm left-footed strike finds Solomon for his first touch, and a heavy shove from Sebastian Mateus gets the foul. I have a funny feeling that the Club de Lyon coaching staff is not going to like coming back here if they have to, because they are sitting right by the supporter section, and they're not having a great time, especially with their team down by 3. We apologize about the salty language if you are able to hear it. Welcome to soccer culture. Rodriguez Serna making the run. Into the box, and Hernandez unable to come away with it. Maryland had numbers back and were able to keep Club de Lyon off the board as they hunted for their second. Bustamante not strong enough to reach Solomon. Ortiz, as Club de Lyon now trying to push players forward to at least make the goal differential smaller. Ortiz headed away, and Sutton is not going to be able to come down with that one as Kuistra prevented the chance on net. Goals today for the Bobcats, 2 from Darwin Espinal in the first half, 1 from Carl Mbobo and 1 from Iker Bustamante in the second half. With goal differential being a potential tiebreaker for teams in this league, it behooves both of these teams to try to push for another goal. Cross comes in, and cross goes out. We will do it all over again. Into the 80th minute now. Rojas will try it once again, going for Blanco short this time. That did not work out well for Club de Lyon. Bustamante has tied up with Blanco, and a foul is judged to have been on Blanco there, as Filerman in a little trouble getting up as his body is tied up with the young striker for Club de Lyon FC. Looks like another substitution will be coming on for Club de Lyon. Edgar Guzman is lined up to come in. 2 back touches in a row finds Akinkoye. A deep run here into the middle. Missing on the header. In the net anyway! Goal! Maryland puts up 5 against Club de Lyon. It has been a difficult night for the visitors from Orlando. Bustamante finds his second. As Guzman will come on to replace Cruz. It has been a difficult night here for Orlando. They came here with a short bench today. And their one goal came with Yuki Shibata getting them on the board here in the second half. But since then, it has been 3 unanswered for the Bobcats. Clement finds Mateus, who finds Nelson. To give you an idea of how short the bench is for Club de Lyon, they only have 1 goalkeeper on the roster, and it is Nelson, who is in net for them. So I don't know who their backup keeper would be if a scenario would come where Nelson would have to leave the game. But oh well, I guess these are the choices you make. Rojas. Back for Guzman, who finds Sharma. Campbell. Shifty move. Campbell is not able to get around Malik Yam. Big chance, and it's over the net. As skying that one is Christopher Clement, and he will want that one back. Sutton calls for his defense to push up, which is his signal that he is going to have the free kick go long. Into the middle of the field, Sotorello wins the header. Loses possession. Clement and Solomon unable to run it down. Blanco finds the waiting feet of Kevin Hernandez, sorry. Edgar Guzman is listed right next to him in the sheet, and he also came on as a sub. I just combined the two. My apologies. Rojas finds a long pass in Clement, who is unable to handle the first touch, who is offside anyway. So MBFC takes it upfield. Malik Yam looking to put the moves on. Along the touchline, gets it into the box, and it's taken away by Guzman. Club de Lyon has had a difficult time marching through the Maryland midfield, and I guess that's part of the point. Fiedlerman is escorting this ball out of play. Alexander Sutton in net for MBFC has been called on to make some important saves as Akinkoye is called for the handball. It is a 5-1 score for Maryland today. Goals from Espinal with 2, Bustamante with 2, and Bobo with 1. Bustamante with the 2 most recent goals. Cross comes in, Sutton rises to meet it. Sutton sends a low cross, and Solomon might have been the intended target, but it's headed away by Mateus. Sharma kicks it for Guzman, who finds Victor Blanco. Sharma, the William and Mary tribe, will find it for Guzman once again. Pass gets away from Bustamante. Forca steals it. Filerman waits. Left foot is sending Solomon away, as Nelson is the last one back. The Jamaican keeper has been busy for Club de Lyon, unable to prevent 5 goals from going by him. Richard Forca. Along the way, Malik Yam, and that ball is staying in play. Akinkoye finds Kuistra. Finding Filerman. Filerman has options on multiple ends. Booted out of bounds, Clement. We thank you again for joining us here, as we shout out thanks to all the men and women in our technical and staff crew tonight, including our cameraman Mo, who's providing us with the best views in all of the NISA. Ball comes out of play, and Filerman will once again be called on to do a throw-in. Back for Richard, who finds it for Forca. Akinkoye. Richard. Kuistra. And this one is out of play. The next contest for the Maryland Bobcats will be their Open Cup matchup against Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC of the USL Championship. That'll be on the 25th of this month. Their next NISA action will be against Flower City Union on the 13th of May. And our next time here will be when we welcome the defending champion Michigan Stars FC on May 20th. Run here for Clement, cuts in, and Forca chests it down. Averts the danger for Maryland of giving up that second goal. It is early in the season, but you never really do know when that extra goal given up late in a game, when the result is in hand, might come back to haunt a team who is hunting for just one more with goal differential, being a tiebreaker. Bustamante gets around 2, gets around 3, hunting for another one. Big shot, just wide. Iker Bustamante hunting for his 3rd of the game. He is hungry right now. Nelson with a short goal kick for Sharma. Blanco. Clement. Finds Blanco once again. His pass is cut off. Solomon on the reach. Gets it away from Guzman. Sotorello. Solomon looking for a run in. Sotorello trying to find someone. Keeps it on the outside for Yam. Sotorello. Guzman, heavy defense toward the corner flag. And a foul is judged here, and it'll be a corner as the ball looked like it went out of play. And indeed, that is the ruling by our sideline judge. So it'll be a free kick from about where a corner kick normally would be taken. And MBFC opts to just take it quickly and start the clock running again. This one will be a goal kick for Club de Lyon as we are entering the final minute of action. A second ball is in the field of play, so Nelson will have to take care of that before officially doing the honors of the goal kick. Sharma able to find Campbell. Three goals for MBFC in this half, 2 in the first, and 1 for Club de Lyon in this half. as 1 minute of time has been added. And it looks like we will end around 9 p.m. tonight after a 7 p.m. start. Rojas all the way across for Campbell. Sotorello and Yam tie him up, and a foul is judged on Malik. It has been a difficult road trip for Club de Lyon, and they are on their way to their third loss of the season. Nelson finds Guzman. Back for Mateus. Mateus probing forward, and it's poked out of bounds by Richard. A long throw-in over the head of Solomon as it comes back for Mateus. Rojas once again. Mateus can't find any options for offense, and that is the end of your game. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Club de Lyon FC. The Maryland Bobcats put 5 past the defense today from the visitors as they march to their second victory of the young season. 2 goals apiece for Darwin Espinal and Iker Bustamante, as well as a goal from Carl Mbobo. It has been another honor to bring you NISA soccer action here. For everybody here at the Maryland Bobcats, my name is Max Walpuff. Your final score from Maureen Hendricks Field is a score of 5-1. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time when the Bobcats take on the Michigan Stars. Their next NISA action will be in the 13th against Flower City Union, and their most recent game coming up will be their U.S. Open Cup third-round tie against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds FC of the USL Championship side. Thank you for joining us tonight, and as always, have a pleasant tomorrow. Good night, everybody.